is everybody's opinion on the audio cheese? Art, guys, for those of y'all who don't know, Mr. Art over here, where is it over here? Art over here has put together probably, if y'all haven't peeped it, you guys are selling. If you are on PC and you have not done Art's audio settings to make you have actual audio, you're selling because it is insane. Which is why we brought Art onto the podcast today. But so okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So pretty much, guys, Art made an audio setting or audio messed with, like, I don't even know what you did, Art. I don't want you to even like explain it because I know we're doing fifth grade reader terms, you know.
Yeah.
So but pretty. You want to try it?
Do you want me to? I can try to kindergarten it. Yeah.
Sure. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, I kind of touched on it earlier. Like everybody, like when you pick your Astros, when you pick your headphones port on your monitor, when you pick, like, I've only encountered like 3 devices that aren't stereo, right? Most everybody just runs a left, and a right. That is just how it works. All music you listen to, all movies you watch are left and a right channel. Their source material might be very different. When you go see Interstellar in the movies, you're experiencing 8 channels, right? Satellite speakers and a subwoofer. There is support for surround sound. So if there's somebody that has a console, this is really, in my mind, the only way somebody would ever use surround sound. They have a console in a home theater room and they're connected via HDMI to their like surround sound receiver. And the PlayStation or PC is like, oh, hey, this is surround sound. Cool. Let's output all the game in surround sound. Well, I've done that digitally, right? So I've made a virtual device that you listen to on your headset that is configured for surround sound. In the process of configuring it for surround sound, the way Call of Duty maps sounds to certain channels, I turned off your player sounds, which frees your ears up to hear a bunch of other stuff. Multiply that with how well dynamic equalization works. You're good. So that's EQ, loudness EQ. It's a compressor. When things are quiet, it makes them loud. When things are loud, it makes them quiet. Shoot your gun, it's quiet. Footsteps are loud, right?
Listen,
it's optimized for that. Did I not kindergarten it?
No,
I'm sorry.
Everybody's like, more kindergartner, more. Long story short, you guys don't need to know the gist of it, but long story short, it's insane. Like, it really does. Like, you can tell who has it and who doesn't, especially that on top of the flex perk. Shout out my boy Art. He is goated for doing that. Listen, I guess it's been brought to light that should something like this be banned in competitive Call of Duty, or should it be allowed to be in competitive or not, right? Because technically Art put a YouTube video, guys. It's there. If y'all want to link it in the chat, you guys can. You can do it for free if you want. It doesn't cost anybody money. You can do it, set it up however you guys want, and it does make your audio insane. So now, I guess the question is for chat to decide, and even for us to discuss: should the Art of War audio be banned? And Art, I want your opinion, obviously, because it's yours, right? What do you think about your audio? Is it something that you think should be banned? Should you be able to use it in competitive? What do you think?
Well, I mean, I don't compete. Too old for that. Just don't compete. But it's like, I mean, everybody should be competing on an even playing field. Sure. And it comes down to competitive integrity. Every time I've said, like, I've designed it in a way that you can easily switch off of it. You know, I have even designed it in a way you can use this, loudness EQ, or nothing. And I could easily provide a way to vet that people aren't using it. You need to check 2 things. There's an easy way around it. That's not on anybody to say whether or not you can or can't use it. You have to agree to not use it if you want everybody on the same playing field, and then you have to stand by your GAs. So then a bunch of young people on the internet have the very hard conversation about doing trustworthy things. And that is not my problem. But I mean, that's just a reckoning that the scene's going to have to deal with. Like, you're playing competitive in a game that is, by most incredibly competitive people on the internet, viewed as not incredibly competitive. And there's a lot of cheese stuff. And we do a lot of stuff to make it more competitive. At the end of the day, that's the reality. So I mean, if you got people not following the rules, then I don't know. What happens to people when they don't follow the rules? Consequences. So I don't know the answer to that. But personally, either everybody use it or you don't use it. And right now there's no rules. So if you're not figuring out how to do it, you're at a disadvantage.
True. Okay. I agree with Art, honestly. But I'll give you guys my opinion right now. J God, what do you think?
I would say that it should 100% be banned, but it's not going to be.
Okay.
And it's just like with the CDL, they used audio cheese for the entire year when it was online. Some teams would agree to GA it just because there it is what it is.
Yeah.
And then there was just like a trust amongst the teams to do that. But generally that was few and far between. And when they got to land, it was not available, not usable. You're not able to install anything or have any kind of weird anything. It is literally how the game is. So you get like, you can get to the title, but you're not going to win the title most of the time if that's what you're using when it gets to land. And I think, that's where it's at. You can't monitor it. You can't babysit it because anyone, like he said, you could just flick it off instantly. And then like, who's to say, oh, you know what? I want to double check to see if you got the cheese. All right, no problem. Boom, keybound. It's off.
Yeah.
And we're good to go. GG's. Yeah, I wasn't using it. So like the scene's too big. There's too many people. You can't police it.
Well, and it's also I love to gas up my own stuff, but video gamers will always like seek the max min, especially people passionate in the scene.
Yeah.
You've played both, Hector, like you still use loudness EQ. It's not like it's astronomically better. It's not like the IEMs that we wear are astronomically better than another headset, but are they better? Mm-hmm. Yes, they are better. So people will always use the best thing. People are still turn on loudness EQ. It's 80% of the way there. As the dude who designed it, is the other thing really broken? 100%. But if that wasn't there, it would be something else.
Agreed.
So, I mean,
and eventually they will fix the audio to a certain extent where it's usable and people won't necessarily need it. They'll probably still use loudness EQ, but.
Boys,
what about you, Ebates? What you think?
Before Ebates answers real quick, we did the poll. Just so you guys know, we did the poll. It is 37 said no, it shouldn't be banned, and 36 people said it should be banned. So literally 51 to 49%, which is insane. Ebates, go ahead, puppy.
Dude, just knowing you guys all make very, very good points. And especially just knowing the Warzone scene, I think I haven't met so many competitors and people that just lack competitive integrity. I mean, we've been going through this for years. I mean, it was VPNs and TKRs, and then it was like, dude, there's been some stream sniping and customs, and dude, it's never ending. So like, we're always gonna have, the problem is though, that the big issue I have here is most of our money for tournaments, competitive stuff is, it's at home. You could talk about LAN all you want. The biggest tournament is at the end of the year on LAN, whatever. That doesn't matter. 75% of our prize pool is probably throughout the year. So people are gonna do whatever they can to make whatever kind of money they can at home. And, I do agree, like Shifty said the other day, he was like, this should be banned. This is kind of where it all started, with FIFA using it. And again, FIFA's not in the wrong for using it. I really don't think that. It's just a matter of, we're not going to get everybody to agree to ban or GA. So we just have to just deal with the cards we're dealt. We've always dealt with cheese in tournaments. People have been VPNing into TKRs for years for money. And then we got to 2v2s and people were, I don't know, stream sniping or having people come kill the people against them. It's just, there's always going to be something. So it does suck. Don't get me wrong. Like, I hate art. Like, there's beef for sure. But it's something that
the irony is that, like, I just pulled up the stream, and because of where I'm looking at all of you, it looks like I've just been looking up at eBay.
Look, okay, so look, I did the poll again, chat, because a lot of people were complaining that, I didn't know there was a poll. Guys, you guys can I put the poll again. Go ahead and vote. This is kind of my and I'm gonna do it a little bit more blunt than what Ebates said, right? The Warzone scene, there's a lot of pieces of shit out there. I'll be honest, bro. There's a lot of scummy motherfuckers. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I don't, in my opinion, just do default, bro. Loudness EQ already enough is pretty damn good, right? But there is no way to, like, dictate what people can and can't do, and there's no way. And again, we're not saying ban, we're saying GA, guys. Even Rob, you said like, what do you mean ban? No, GA, guys, gentleman agreement, all agree not to use it or all agree to use it. There's no way to kind of like be like, okay, hey, do you have it? No, it sounds like you do, bro. Like it sounds like there's no way to kind of to like monitor every single person. And at the end of the day, bro, somebody is going to find a way to cheese the system to where on stream it sounds different than what you hear in your ears. You like
always.
Like there's always going to be something. I agree. Yes, audio without it is like, I want to say non-existent, but it is pretty bad, you know. But audio with it is so refreshing, and sadly, man, I mean, I think for Shifty D, like, I'm sorry to say, boys, but they're just gonna have to use it, bro. Like, they're just gonna have to use it. I will say, if you're gonna go to LAN, for example, I don't know what Shifty did, but Diaz never used loudness EQ because all of last year, because he didn't know if he would be able to use it on LAN. So when he went to LAN, he quote unquote like got a buff because everybody had to go back to regular audio, but he was already used to it, right? So right now we're so far out of like, if there's even gonna be a World Series Warzone, which I hope there is, right? But like, when that would be in August, right? We're so far out that like, at this point it doesn't matter. I think everybody, like, sadly, yeah, if guys, if you don't have it, go ahead and look at his video, set up your things on your PC, and it works insane.